my gosh, casi me caigo, güey. No manches, Frida. Okay, so we're in a new location, you guys. Welcome to my kitchen. All right, I'm just gonna start. Father's Day has always felt more of like a reminder of what I didn't have and continue to not have. Yesterday, I saw a couple of people post about the losses of their fathers and how much they miss them. And here I am with mine alive. But it's complicated because I don't know what I feel about my dad. And in trying to think of a reason I love him, I just can't think of one. I think the only reason why I love him is because I have so much empathy for him. But is that even love? I mean, how hard can it be to find a reason why I love my dad? And the more I try to find a reason, the more frustrated I get. Because the only good memories I have with him were when he was in the mood. On a rare occasion, would he be sober enough to cook us pasta? And on an even rarer occasion, would he take his family out to eat? But it's almost as if he didn't know how to act sober, and instead would mask that discomfort with anger. Because that's who I remember my dad to be. An angry man. An angry man who was only worse when he was drunk. He was a narcissist, emotional abuser who you had to be careful not to trigger. Then I was 12 and came the empty promises of, esta es la última, te lo prometo. But it was never the last one. You would think being hospitalized because of his drinking problems would change him, or being arrested because he was intoxicated would, or the simple idea of losing his family would. But it didn't. None of it did. Then I wasn't 12 anymore, and I understood that he was sick. I finally understood that me giving up chocolate wasn't the same as him letting go of alcohol. I finally understood that even if he tried to live without alcohol, it was too late. His body has already gotten so used to functioning off alcohol that it quite literally depends on it to go throughout his day. Now, there's this fine line of wanting to have a relationship with my dad so that he knows that I loved him until the very end, and having self-respect. How could I possibly continue to be there for someone who emotionally abused me? Someone who lied to me, who tried to manipulate me, who put the blame on me, who yelled at me drunk? How? If I wouldn't let any man back into my life that did half of the things my dad did to me, how was he the exception? Just because he's my dad? Oh, but then he has a lot of trauma kicks in. But look at the way he was raised. He's only coping in the way he saw growing up gets into my head. And it's sad because I don't think my dad has many years left. And I don't want it to be too late. I don't want to regret not trying hard enough. So how do I love him while still having self-respect? The reason I'm sharing this with you all is because growing up, I didn't even know I had an alcoholic father. It wasn't until I went to therapy at 13 when I realized my dad was addicted. That he was struggling with an addiction. Growing up, I felt like all of this was normal. Waking up in the middle of the night to my dad drunk was normal. Hysterically crying in the bathroom for my dad to change was normal. I didn't know any other version of a dad could exist. And that is what I wrote, you guys. Oh my goodness. Like I literally stated in this piece, I don't know what the answer is. I don't know how to love my dad while still having self-respect for myself, while still not feeling guilty in the future when he does pass away that I didn't try hard enough and yada yada yada. Like there's so many emotions, and I think that one of my friends told me one time that sometimes two truths can exist at one time, and I think that truth has always existed for me with my relationship with my dad, because it was always like, oh my gosh, like I love my dad, then I hate him, then I love him, then I hate him, then I love him, then I hate him. And so as many of you guys may know, I don't live with my dad, so I think it's been very hard for me to try to find what way I can have my dad in my life and what way I should still be able to respect myself. On a lighter note, you guys, on Father's Day, as many of you guys don't know, I do have a brother in Mexico. I have visited him 2 times in my life, and when I was with him, he was actively taking care of his son, which I tried my very best to express those emotions into a message to him, because I feel like we definitely do have this language barrier where it's hard for me to write sentimental things in Spanish. And so I really tried my hardest, but I was just telling him that he's a great father and that I'm so grateful that he is so present in his son's life, because I know that his son is gonna remember that. And I kind of got a little deep in the message, and I ended up telling him like, oh, like I wish that my dad had taken care of me the way that you have taken care of your son and continue to do so, and that I hope that one day I do find a man that will take care of my kids just as great as he is. And so I feel like recently I've been getting so emotional over my older brother, you guys. I did not grow up with him, so fortunately and unfortunately, I was raised as the oldest, and so I just like wonder how my life would be like if I didn't grow up as the oldest and had him there and had my older brother to lean on like 24/7. Just the idea of it makes me really sad, you guys, because I feel like there have definitely been so many moments this year that I've just been like, oh my gosh, like I wish I had someone to lean on. I wish I had my brother to lean on, which, not to discredit my little brother, not to discredit him at all, you guys. It's just, there's a difference between having an older brother and having a brother that's younger than you, for sure. I miss him so much. Oh my gosh, why am I gonna get emotional, you guys? Oh my gosh. No, it's just like, I did not think I was gonna cry in this video. I did not think I was gonna cry in this video. I think that right now I barely have any male figures in my life, and so I think I'm just mourning the idea of being able to have my older brother in my life, because I feel like, and yes, we do communicate through text, you guys, but it's like so much different than actually being able to live with your brother and be able to depend on him and lean on him and be comforted by him. But yeah, anyways, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed my piece, and I will see you guys in the next YouTube video. Bye, you guys.